Hey guys, so in an effort to clean out my Steam library, we're going back to the well, and this time with Zeno Clash, another game I've had for quite some time that I have not played. I picked up cheap on sale, and it's just been sitting there in Steam, so I'm finally getting around to playing it, because it's kind of an off week and I didn't have any new games. So here's my opinion of Zeno Clash. The world of Zeno Clash is incredibly unique. It looks like nothing I've ever seen before. I don't even know really how you would describe it, but I guess if you put a gun to my head, I might say...
Oh god, please no. Caveman punk?
Essentially, the game is a first-person fighting game. Though there is some shooting, most of it revolves around punching people, but doing it in a first-person perspective. You have two basic attacks, the normal punch and the powerful punch, and they both have their uses, and you can also block. Obviously, you use the normal punch to punch dudes, and if they're blocking, you use the heavy punch to drop their guard so that you can do the normal punch. And as you're blocking, you can obviously block their attacks, but you can also like dodge their attacks in certain ways, and if you time everything just right, you can do like a crazy awesome spinning kick when they try and hit you and miss. This is essentially the core of the game, just punching dudes, getting in there and brawling. And despite my reservations, because I've played this sort of thing before, it actually does work. All the punching and kicking and fighting and brawling and all this stuff that you do works in the game. And all the buttons work, you press the buttons, it feels like it should work, and it does. My only real problem with it is that I'm terrible at it. A lot of it involves timing and anticipating when he's going to strike and, you know, blocking on the right side and pressing the right button. It's a lot to keep in your head, and I'm just not very good at it. I just want to, grenade, ha! There's also an assortment of various weapons that you can pick up, sort of like a dual pistol thing and slingshots. They all kind of fire rocks, and you don't have to worry about ammo. They're unlimited ammo, but it's interesting. They each have their purpose. You use some of the weapons to fight like the creatures, and sometimes you use them to fight the people. And sometimes you'll just drop them and punch dudes. But at the same time, if you drop a weapon, the bad guys can pick it up and shoot you with it. In terms of the story, the game is also uniquely weird. You play as the character Get, who has just apparently killed father-mother, which is both your father and your mother, and nobody knows why, and your brothers and sisters are now after you to try and kill you. So obviously the best thing to do is to take your pretty sort of caveman lady on the run with you and explore the weird world of the Zeno Clash universe. Along the way, you meet various characters and different tribes and all kinds of crazy stuff, and none of it really makes any sense to me.
Pig? No. It's not a pig. Or at least not just a pig. This is my son.
Wait a minute, what?
Look, he has his mind set on headbutting things, and nothing will change his mind about that.
Hold on, okay, so... Gat was the son of mother who's both the father and...
The Corwood of the Free. These are the most abject and miserable creatures I anywhere beheld.
Is this going to be on the midterm or something? Along with the incredibly hard to decipher dialogue and strange words, there's also incredibly terrible voice acting. It's clear that this game was made by foreigners, and they didn't hire the best translators to bring it to English. Or maybe it wasn't, I don't know, but it just seems like they could have done this a lot better with better voice actors, but, you know, whatever. After you beat the campaign, which will take maybe 3 or 4 hours, you get to go to the Challenge Tower, which is basically this endless gauntlet where you enter a room, punch a bunch of dudes, and then climb a spiral staircase to the next room where you punch a bunch of different dudes. The whole point is to survive this particular wave, make it to the next wave, and just try and see how long you can survive. And then you can go online and compare your scores of how well you did with all your friends. It's a nice little mode that adds a little bit more replay value to the game and a little more competition, since you can't like fight your friends in real life. You can at least go, haha, it lasted longer if any of them actually bought this. Zeno Clash is a very strange game in many ways, and obviously in its storytelling, and its presentation, and its arts, and its world. It's all very strange, and the combat works. It's, you know, punching and stuff. It's a lot of stuff to keep in your head, and at the end of the day, I don't know if I liked it all that much, but it's such a unique experience that I think it kind of grows on me. Even though it was short and stuff, I enjoyed playing it. If you can pick it up, it's like 10-15 bucks. It's probably worth the experience, but it's not a fantastic game.